CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Havana calling. CQDX, CQDX, CQDX. This is Radio Havana calling all shortwave listeners and radio amateurs. Welcome to DXers Unlimited, Radio Havana's weekly feature dedicated to the fascinating world of radio communications.
Hello, amigos radioaficionados all around the world. This is Arnie Colo from Havana, Cuba, from my house in Havana, Cuba. You'll hear the birds in the background from the garden. And this is DXers Unlimited, our radio hobby program coming to you. I start today with a press release from amateur radio operator, my good friend Chip Margelli, call sign K7JA. That's Kilo 7 Juliet Alpha. The Kilo 7 Juliet Alpha, the call sign of Chip. And Chip is a worldwide known VHF 6 million operator. Here's the information. It's about the upcoming amateur radio field days to take place next weekend. A group of California radio amateurs will participate in an annual demonstration of emergency communications preparedness from atop the Mount Ballermann ski area north of Los Angeles, California, on June 27th and June 28th. That's next coming weekend. The field day event held annually on the fourth full weekend of June is sponsored by the American Radio Relay League, the national organization for amateur radio in the United States, and it draws tens of thousands of participants from throughout the Western Hemisphere, primarily located in North America. The objective is to deploy portable radio communications equipment and antennas, test and validate the communication system performances, train newer operators in emergency communications practices, and interact with the general public, including the mass media. That's important. Operating under the U.S. call sign N6HC, that's November 6 Hotel Charlie, this non-club group of radio amateurs will utilize 5 transmitting stations working simultaneously on the air at the same time. That's a simulation of the kind of operation that might be required in an event the communications breakdown caused by severe quake, trample, a hurricane, or other natural or man-made disasters. Contact is expected to be established with stations throughout the United States, Canada, and the Caribbean, and throughout the world. Regularly, Cuban stations participate in this event and communicate with American stations every time. The operators at the N6HC, November 6 Hotel Charlie site, will include November 6HC, Alpha 6PW, that's AA6PW, Papa Whiskey, Chip, K7JA, and N6NJ, November 6 Mike Juliet. For more information about today, see the www.arrl.org on the internet website of the ARRL. See, amigos, amateur radio stations deployed at remote sites and using alternative power sources are used to provide much-needed emergency communications whenever required. That's a very important aspect of amateur radio. It's now item 2 of this edition of DXers Unlimited. The sun is against spotless for several days in a row, about 8 or 9 days now, so the daily solar flux data stays at rock bottom values and keeps the high frequency propagation above 50 megahertz in a rather poor shape during the daytime, very poor propagation due to the lack of solar activity. At the same time, the very low solar activity is good for lower frequency band propagation because there is much lower ionospheric absorption of the region of the radio spectrum from 100 kilohertz to more or less 2 megahertz. So that's very good for the AM broadcast band. Amigos, this is DXers Unlimited transmitting from Havana, from my casa, from my home, QPH. The shortwave and also available as streaming audio. Yes, streaming audio from www.radiohc.cu. Here's now item 3 of today's program. Professor Jose Angel Amador teaches at Havana's Technical University Telecommunications Engineering School, where he's lecturing about advanced signal processing modes used for voice and data communications, including such systems as the JT digital modes developed by Nobel Prize Award winner Joseph Taylor, Professor Dr. Joseph Taylor, K1JT. Jose's ham radio call sign is CO2JA, that's Charlie Oscar 2, Juliet Alpha, the well-known call among the world's VHF and UHF and satellite operators. Jose was the first ever Cuban radio amateur to communicate using an amateur radio satellite. This required preparation, special equipment that were built, special stations for the 70 centimeters and 2 meters band for working the bird from Havana, Cuba for the first time. Cuba on the air of the satellite for the first time. The students at Havana Technical University do benefit from the unique hands-on experience on the amateur band, on setting up and the use of practical radio communication equipment. Very important, not theory only, but also practice. Jose, CO2JA, joined several other Cuban amateur radio operators to operate the first VHF contest station that won the ARL VHF contest in the DX category. That was many years ago, and it was a very important, reliable event showing how amateur radios would operate under propagation conditions on the 6 meters VHF, also on 2 meters. So amigos, see you next weekend, June 27-28. We'll be operating here from CO2KK QRT low power station, my ham radio station CO2KK. And I hope to have somewhat better propagation news for you, because it seems like we're going to have better propagation conditions from about the half of August onwards.
And that's all for today. This is Arnie Coro, Radio Amateur CO2KK, your host here at Radio Havana's DXers Unlimited, saying 73 and very good DX.
Thanks, Arnie. Arnie Coro, DXers Unlimited, heard twice a week on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, UTC days, like now, and on the weekends, the weekend edition of DXers Unlimited on Sundays and Mondays, UTC days, with CO2KK, Arnie Coro.